Okay. Good evening, everybody. Thanks for those of you who are joining us this evening. My name is Hetal Sonawala, and I'm going to be a speaker for tonight. Welcome to the product presentation. We have a very exciting evening for you. For those of you who are here for the first time or who may be watching the recording, you're in for a treat. We have something very special to share with you, a very exciting business that we want to share with you. In fact, the products of what we are planning, what we have launched. Like today marks actually the first month that we have launched in India. This officially launched. It's been exactly a month. So that's a very that's an exciting like news for us. It's been a great launch. It's been a great success what we've been doing so far, and our goal is that we keep sharing with you guys on the news that's going on and with the wonderful products that we have to share with you. So I'll kickstart the meeting. Just to give you a little background about me, I live in like California, which is 12 hours away from all you guys. 12 hours, I would say behind you in terms of time. But just want to let you know that we're successfully building a business opportunity which is pretty much global. And what I'm going to share with you tonight is what we've launched for the country of India, which, like I said, we've launched like a month back. And let me just share my presentation so I can give you guys a little idea about what I'm going to talk about. Share screen. Okay. Oh, this is going to be good. Okay. Let me know if you guys can see my screen. Yes, no? Or am I showing the wrong screen? Nah. Something is wrong with my sharing.
You can see the screen, okay.
You guys, okay. All right, great. So we are here to talk about a company called Zenzino. Some of you may have heard about it. Some of you may be completely new to it. Whatever the case be, let me give you a little an idea about Zenzino. Zenzino has been a company that's been around for the last 15 years. It's a health and wellness company. They're based out of, it's basically a Scandinavian company. And they've been in the industry now for a while, enough for them to have launched a fantastic product that's making waves in the market. And before we get into that, just a little bit about Zenzino and what Zenzino stands for. Zenzino has been, like I said, in the market for 15 years, but not only that, they have expanded in about 37 markets today in the world. And this being said, Zenzino has, not only created a name for themselves, but they have also been listed on NASDAQ. So that is a big deal as a company goes. Currently, they have been serving a population of 1 billion people, or they're in a market that serves the population of like 1 billion people. And now, lately, like I said, a month back, we launched in India. And as you can see, like our country is proudly represented here, like on the screen. We've added like another 1.5 billion people into the scope. So now Zenzino is actually poised for a very big growth, not only because of the new market that they've launched, but this year they plan to launch in a total of about 8 markets. They're also proudly like a part of the DSA. Some of you may have known about them. If you don't know, then check them out. That's something that is this direct selling companies that are part of it. Last year, or let me go back. Like Zinzino, every year since they have launched, they have been growing approximately at the rate of about 34% growth every year over the previous year. But this last year was extremely special. In spite of the pandemic, in spite of all the things that are going on, Zinzino managed to grow 48%. So guys, if you really understand what that means in this market, that is almost like having, like a 70% growth in a normal market or even more. So if I were you, I would strongly look into the company, strongly look into what is it that they are doing and why is it that they're having such a phenomenal growth and why is that I'm so excited about it and so many others. Okay. So it's a strong, financially strong company, has a fantastic product that they brought to the market, which we're going to talk about. And not just that, here is a chance for you to understand the product and understand how this can benefit you, benefit your health. So here is what they've done in the market of India. They created a corporate company called Zinzino Health Products India Private Limited. They have done like all their licensing. So since they launched a month back, this has all been in place. They have like a warehouse in what is this in Mumbai, where they already have products in place, and like the distribution center, everything is set up. They're working with Blue Dart like locally for the distribution. They're just working on the payment provider, finishing up on certain formalities with the payment provider, and the credit cards and those kind of things should be active in like a week or two. But like I said, they launched on April 6th. It's been exactly a month, and that's very, very exciting for what we are seeing and what we're doing. Okay, so let's talk about health. Everybody's concerned about their health, right? So what is it that is in your mind? Like when we all say that we want to stay fit and be healthy, what does that actually mean? Is looking fit also means that you are healthy? Is that how it rolls? What exactly is this? If you think about the mindset, right? What is it that people are thinking when they say that I want to be healthy? Okay, I want you guys to start thinking about it, because in today's day and age, we are doing a lot of things for our health. I think if I may say so, people have this notion about how a good health should be like. They have something in their mind, right? And when I say is health this, I mean, is your health something that's important to you? What would you say? You would probably start thinking, yes, it is important to me, but am I healthy? Am I really fit? And this is a question that's coming up a lot these days, which is that, we seem to be doing things to get healthier. In spite of that, we are having a lot of health related problems today. And why is that? What is the reason? Why is that people are so unhealthy in spite of doing everything right? Maybe working out, maybe eating the right foods, maybe trying to stay healthier in terms of the lifestyle that they have. In spite of all that, what is the reason that we are not being healthy or not as healthy as we'd like to be? So the question for all of you is, to start thinking about that. Okay. And here is something that was said about 2,500 years back, that let your food be your medicine and your medicine be your food. And you must have heard this statement. So there was a philosopher by the name of like Hippocrates, who said this. Okay. And the reason he said this was, like we have heard this statement, right? That you are what you eat. And when I say you are what you eat, doesn't it make you isn't it strange that we feel, okay, if I'm what I eat, then what does that actually mean? It means that the food that we consume defines our health in many more ways than one, right? And not just that, it's not about the food, or it's not about necessarily about just about what we are consuming. It's also about what we are able to absorb in our body. So it's not just food that you consume, it's food that you absorb. So in today's day and age, if we look at, we may be eating healthy, but is our body able to absorb and get the nutrients that we need from our food? Okay. So like, let's say we go back about 150 years back. Okay. Mother Nature used to give us a lot better food than we are used to consuming today. The reason being that back then we had food that was farmed a different way, right? The farming practices were different. We were getting a lot more of like vitamins and minerals and phytonutrients, and also beta glucans and fibers. And the best part was that we had a good balance of omega-6 and 3s in our food back then. So 150 years back, we had a better diet or a better nutritional value from what our food was. Okay. In today's day and age, that has changed. Okay. In today's day and age, our food is more processed. Our food has become more GMO. Okay, that means it's it's not organically grown. It's more man-made. It's more like genetically grown, and because of that, we have low nutrition content in our food. We have high sugars. We have less fibers. We have a proper. We don't have proper you can say the nutritional density of our food has gone down. Okay, a lot of this empty calories we are consuming today. And that is strange, right? And the worst part is that there's an imbalance between the omega-6 and 3s. So guys, just imagine this, we are seemingly consuming, say, this organic food. I mean, it's labeled that, okay? But what is organic today, okay? It's kind of a, I would say we are just paying more money for something that we are not getting a good value from. Okay, that's the sad part of what's happening in the market today. And that's how like the farming practices have changed, right? It has become more this, like I said, the GMO based. And so that's the reason why we're seeing all this, okay? Now here is a timeline for you to look at. What is this timeline? 1850, okay? We had a 1:1 balance of 6 and 3s in our food, okay? Science said that was the best thing because it helped in the DNA formation. It basically helped with our cellular structures to have a better cellular structure. Fast forward a little bit today, okay? The ratio changed from 1:1 is to 3:1. Science said that's still fine. Up to 3:1, the body is okay. Like the balance of 6 and 3s, like that means there is like 3 of 6s to 1 of 3, okay? And they said it's fine. But somewhere there was a turning point. Somewhere around 1960s, there was a turning point where our food started changing. The way the food was grown, the way it was farmed started changing. And we started getting like, it started going into like about 4:1. Okay. Now this is where things started to take a turn, means that our health started to take a turn. If you go back in the timeline, you will see that around the 1950s, 1960s, diseases became more prevalent, which used to be not as prevalent like century back. Okay. And we fast forward again today, in today's day and age, because of the food that we consume and things, that ratio has now become 25:1. So where are you, in this timeline? What do you feel, Do you think that it's getting better or it's progressively getting worse? Are we seeing more diseases, or is that something that, we can just say, okay, fine, like no big deal. It's not, affecting me. I seem to be pretty healthy. Why should this even concern me? And I'll tell you why it should concern you. Because today, when we do, when we look at the ratios, especially for people who are vegans, they're showing up as 27:1. Okay. India is showing up as 27:1 for people who are vegans, and people who are consuming meat, and people who are vegans, they're showing up with like a ratio of 40:1. Now, here is what I want you to think. Okay. That what is causing this? It's the food that we eat. Okay. We're not having enough of omega-3s in our food. Look at the picture on the top. If you see the fish itself, maybe fish where it is the fish that we consume today, or the fishes that we eat today, they have less of 3s. Okay. They look like the picture on the right, which is more like looking white. If they have more of the 3s, it should look like the picture on the left, which is more of the color. Okay. Similarly, what we consume in the oil, that is the oil that we use for cooking. And Indians do, I would say, we Indians do cook a lot, right? We use with different oils. We have soybean oil, or palm oil, or even peanut oil, and we use all different kinds of oils. Okay. But the problem with the oils today is that they contain more of omega-6s and less of omega-3s. And there is absolutely none of omega-9 in some of those oils, right? So this is what is happening with our diet today, that we are not getting enough of the 6s, 3s balance from the food that we consume, in the oils that we use for cooking. And most likely we use a lot of refurbished oil, I would say, is what I like to call it, because we keep recooking with this oils, right? So Hindi mein, if I can use a word, हम लोग ने अपने खाने की वाट लगा दी है. That is what I would say. Okay, for some of you who got that right. Okay, so we literally have gone and created a mess with our food, the way what we eat and what we consume and the way we cook. Okay, and here this is what that is doing for us. It's causing a major imbalance in the omega-6 to 3 ratio, and that imbalance is causing brain issues. It's causing hair loss. It's causing like the skin to look dull, like you can say like the elasticity of the skin is going down. Organ failures, lung issues, stomach issues, there's digestion issues, joint issues, right? A lot of people are getting arthritis at like a young age, okay, and so on and so forth. So there is no end of the diseases that we are seeing today. In fact, the disease in the last, I would say, like decade or more, has literally shot up. Cancer, diabetes, heart issues, people getting heart attacks, whatnot, right? It's rampant, okay? And I don't mean to scare you, but if you're watching this and if you're really paying attention, you should be concerned that if it's not happened to you, is there a likelihood that you can catch on to one of these diseases? And if yes, then what could be the cause of that? Most likely the nutrition. And this is what we have seen, that omega-6 and 6 and 3, I mean, the imbalance. Okay, this is what it causes, because of they have reduced 3 in their diet and more of 6 that is happening in the body. And 6 is what's caused something called as chronic inflammation. You guys might have heard about that. So what is chronic inflammation and how does it affect us? So here is your cell. Imagine if you're not, as we age, our cell membranes, they become less fluid, they become more rigid, they become hard. Okay, and that is the aging process. Okay, and why does this happen? Okay, because, and actually let me explain to you that. But before I go there, the hardening of the cell, what is it causing? It's causing basically the nutrients to get slowly into the cell. The cells need nutrients for them to produce something called as ATP. Okay, you might have heard about that. That's the energy that our body needs. So the cell produces the energy. When it does that, it basically also produces something called as toxins. So if the nutrients take time to get inside the cell and the cell processes them and creates energy and produces toxins, in a similar manner, the toxins takes some time to get out of the cell. So if you know, if you're aware, nowadays people say that my blood toxicity has gone up. Why is that? Because the toxins are not able to get out of the cell quickly and get flushed out of the system. So the toxicity of the body goes up. And one other thing that this does also is it increases something called as oxidative stress, which means that there are a lot of free radicals, more free radicals in your body than you need. And your body is not able to neutralize all those free radicals. And because of that, inflammation in the body rises. And when inflammation in the body rises, which is called as chronic inflammation, diseases happen in the body. So this is a cycle that we are seeing nowadays because of the reduced function at the cellular level. Now, when you're in balance with your 6 and 3s, okay? When you're in balance with your 6 and 3s, here is what happens to your cell. The fluidity of your cell becomes better, which means that your cell membrane becomes softer. The nutrients that are getting absorbed in your cell, they go up, okay? And because the nutrient content, because there are more nutrients getting into your cell, what happens is the energy of your body goes up, because now more nutrients are going in, so the cell is able to process more of the energy. And then in the same token, the toxins are able to come out of your cells. So the toxicity of your body goes down. The free radicals that are in your blood goes back to its normal levels. So the thing called as oxidative stress reduces in your body, and you get a better functioning, healthier cell, and that causes a healthier body function to happen. So this is a cycle, right? And if you understand this part, then this is exactly what we have come up with, a solution to help your cells get into the 6-3 balance so that they can have a healthier normal functioning. Now, where are you right now, though? The question to ask yourself is, where am I in this 6-3 balance ratio? Am I in the danger zone? Am I less than 3:1? Then great, whatever you're doing is working for you. But if you're having the kind of foods that is having more of 6s, which you'll not know because they're not going to advertise that, hey, this food has more of 6, this food has less of 6, it's just coming through what we eat. So, the problem is that we may be 25:1, we may be 40:1, and we don't know. In fact, one of the people on the call here just took his test, and his result came to 42:1. Now, if you look at him, he is absolutely looking healthy. He doesn't have any diseases, or anything that is so visible that something's wrong with him. He is a normal, healthy human being. But his balance of his body is 40:1. So what is happening inside of him? He's having a gross imbalance of 6:3, which may be causing some things in his body to happen, and he doesn't even know about it as yet. Okay. But thank God he found out what his balance is. How can you find out? You can take a test. A very simple test it's a blood test. You take a few drops of blood, drop it on a piece of paper that is provided with that test, which is a special thing which absorbs your blood. You put it in a sealed like a sealed you can say paper, and you ship it off. Okay, and when you do that, okay, you will get to know what your balance is. Okay, whether you're in balance in that 3:1 or less or more, depending on where you are. As of today, we have done 640,000 tests all over the world. Okay, globally, we have done about 640,000 tests. And this is done by an independent company called as Vitas, They are also based out of Norway. Okay, and this is a company that's been around for 25 years. This lab is an independent lab that's been around for 25 years. So Zinzino has got nothing to do with this lab. They're just one of their clients. Just like you can see many of the official partners here, like they have like Harvard University and Stanford and King's College of Cambridge and sorry, King's College of London and all that, right? So a lot of good people, a lot of good customers. They have like WHO also, and all these people are kind of subscribing to this lab, or they're customers of this lab. And this lab is known for its services of creating this test for us. And this is a very specialized test, by the way, guys. It tests a lot of the fatty acids and a lot of the science behind the cellular, like the cell membrane fluidity. So this is not a normal blood test that we're talking about. We're talking about a very specialized test done by a very specialized lab, and that too like an independent lab that is very well known worldwide. Okay. So when you do your test, you get a score. Now, this was my personal score. When I did my test, I was a 12.9:1. And let me tell you guys, I was consuming a product which was a very high quality product from the market, which was, like considered one of the best. And even after consuming that product, like the Omega product, my test came out to be 12.9:1. And I'll tell you why that has happened. Okay, so just hold on to that thought. But this is what came back when I did my test, and you can do yours and get. So it's a simple thing. Basically there is an online app. You can get access to your test on the app, and you can get all your results. So, and plus they don't reveal your data. Like you can see on this picture here, there is no name, there is no any data of the person that is like, who has taken the test. Okay, so it's very confidential. They did this worldwide, and this is the results that they found worldwide. 95% people in Europe out of balance, 98% in Australia, 99% in the US where I live, out of balance. Okay, India is somewhere around 98, 99% of the people that have been tested so far. Global average is 97% people out of balance. Oh my gosh, can you imagine? 97% people are out of balance. Okay, is that one of, are you part of that 97%? Would you like to find out? Okay, so we have a issue, right? We have a global issue, and we need to fix this problem. So how are we going to fix it? Okay, so we basically put together, like Zenzino put together a scientific board that is headed by Dr. Paul Clayton. Some of you may know about him. He is one of the who's who of the industry called as pharmaconutrition. Okay, and this is not like pharmaceutical. This is pharmacology, which is a completely different science. It's a science of nutrition. Dr. Paul Clayton has been researching for the last 40 years on nutrition and why nutrition and how it is affecting our bodies and what has happened. And he goes back in time and says that in like the Victorian age, people used to have a better health simply because of these reasons. And he put together a team that you can see 4 people here on the team. That's like him and 3 other people. Plus he has other, like a lot of other doctors who are assisting him as well. But they came and they said, okay, you know what, how do we get the body back in balance? And they claim, based on what they have done, the research they've done, and the product that they put together, that is 120 days, they can get your body back into balance with a 6:3 ratio. Isn't that cool? 120 days, guys. We're not talking about a lifetime. 120 days to get your body back in balance, your 6:3 ratio back in balance. When I did my test 120 days later, I went from a 12.9:1 to a 2.6:1. Now that was good for me, okay? But I still had a lot of parameters because, like I told you, this test does a test of your fluid, the cell membrane fluidity and the lipid tests and a lot of other things, protection, your mental clarity, and so on and so forth. So a lot of tests, a lot of results are shared with you. I'm not good in all of my results as yet. I'm still working on it. But in 120 days, at least I got my balance, my 6:3 balance back. And that is a start of my health turning back. Now I suffer with things like like I have some high sugar problem. I have this like seasonal sinus, which kind of gets triggered because of pollen. Okay, so some of you may have those kind of issues. And this year, especially when the spring season has started here in the US, what I have found is that I've been on this product now for quite a few months, about 6 months or more. And what I found is this year, I'm not having any issues with pollen. I'm not getting my, the symptoms which I normally get, which is like red eyes and like, I mean, like my sinuses are getting blocked and all that stuff. So this year especially, I've seen a big difference, which is that I'm not getting those issues that I used to face for the last several years now. Okay. Going forward, what is the product? Okay. It is called as Essent Oil. Okay. And this is a product that we've introduced in the market. And what is so unique about this product? Now, you are probably not thinking, okay, another wellness company, another product, what is the big deal about it? Here is the big deal. There are a lot of this omega products in the market. What makes us unique and why is ours working and others are not? Because I've been consuming one of these products from the market for the last 25 years. And that didn't work. Like you saw my test, 12.9:1. The moment I started consuming this product, my balance score went from 12.9 to 2.6. Why did that happen? Because not only, first of all, we have this omega-3 from wild fish. Okay, that's one thing. So it is not farmed fish like most other companies use. Okay, many of them use that because it's cheaper to use farmed fish. Wild fish is more harder and I mean to basically catch and then to process them and get, and because the product is more purer from the wild fish. But what happens is that when we extract the product from the fish, we don't extract something called as polyphenols, or rather we remove the polyphenols from the oil that we get from the fish. Now here in this product, if you notice, we have polyphenols back in, and these polyphenols are coming from olives. Okay. So what is so special about this polyphenol and why is it so important? Because this polyphenol is the reason why this product is getting to our system and staying in our system for as long as it needs to stay in order for our bodies to get the benefit of it. So market products, yes, we have polyphenols, some of them have them, but they don't have the right kind of polyphenols. That's another thing. Okay. So here, after research, and like I said, Dr. Paul has researched, he and his team, about 40 years of research have gone into this. So they came up with this product, which is the pre-harvested, this an olive. It's cold pressed and it comes from the south of Spain. And not just that, our product contains 750 milligrams of this product as opposed to the market brands, which barely contain 100 milligrams per kg. Okay. So this is another thing. Okay. So this is all based on research that's been created. Now, this pre-harvesting is happening 2 months prior to the olive getting, you can say ripe, the fruit getting ripe. Okay. So there is a technique or a method in which they have figured out the science of this and added the polyphenols from the olives into the product. And again, this is a special olive. It's not just a regular grown olive in a regular grown farm. Okay. This is a special kind of a tree that's grown in south of Spain. So the olive and the polyphenols, they create they protect basically like the omega-3 from getting oxidized. And this is what happens to other products. They get oxidized too fast. And that's why our body is not able to absorb it. Okay. So this is one of the key things. The other thing is our product is made with some of the highest quality and care. It is GMP certified. We have a Friend of the Sea certification, Informed Choice certification. We have also like the Vegan Society and like halal certifications, as well as gluten-free, soy-free, and so on and so forth. Okay, so it's quite a good product made with good quality stuff. And not only that, a third-party lab analyzed the product, and this is a spot check. So it's not like something that was they just came and analyzed the product and made sure that whatever claims we are having with our product or whatever we are telling about our product is valid. And that third-party company gave us a certificate. And they keep doing this. They spring upon us once every few months and make sure that we are true to whatever it is that we are doing and we are claiming. Okay. So why is this product what it is? If you understand the market brands, this product should stay in our body for 24 hours or more in order for our body to actually get the best of it. Okay, so there are other products in the market. There are other like this is the omega products that are in the market. You can see here you have krill oil, which is pretty popular. You also have concentrated this omegas, which are being sold in the market. And not just that, you might have also heard of the cod liver oil. Now, I remember as a child, my mom used to stick a cod liver oil spoon in my mouth every day in the morning, and I had no choice but to have that. Okay, so I was used to consuming a kind of a product right from childhood, but come all these years later, I still find out that my body was probably not getting enough of what it should have got from the omega product. Because if you look at the market brands, they don't last for more than 15 hours. It's like 5 to 15 hours that's in our body. The body needs the product to be at least 20, it needs to stay fresh and potent for 24 hours or more. Now, thanks to the polyphenols and what we have done with all the patents that we have, our product stays in our body for 35 hours or more. And that's the reason why we are getting the benefit of what we're getting from the product. Not just that, our cells are seeing the benefit because the product is 24 hours or more inside our body and stays fresh and potent. That's the most important thing. Okay. So what else? There is an independent study called as this like Cochrane study, which was done which was basically conducted on 112,000 people. 79 trials were done on 112,000 people. And after doing those trials, which means that these people were consuming a product in the market, and they did a trial and they found that this omega by itself has no this effect on the health. So if you are consuming one of these products from the market, most likely it's having little or no effect on your health because your body is not able to get enough of the product that it needs. The product is getting oxidized too fast. Many of us get fish burps sometimes when we have these kind of products, or we feel a little bit squeezy in this in our stomach because the product is getting oxidized too fast. Okay, so this is a problem with the market. So after this study, this is a third-party company again, Cochrane. Go and look them up. Okay, and you will see you can go through the entire study what they've done. So this is what we found out with testing. Okay, look at the left side. For people consuming nothing, okay, they are the average ratio that they have was 14.8, and this is a global test from the global results that we have done. 640,000 people, right? This is what we found. They never consumed a product. Fine. Average was 14.8, okay, which is out of balance. Somebody who consumed a product from the market, any type of this omega product from the market, their score was, they had globally, the average was 9.9:1. And somebody who consumed our product, their average was 2.8:1. So right here you can see of how effective our product really is and what it is doing. Okay. Not just that, and this is what is again they did another test just to find out of the inflammation. So in 120 days, they found that the person went from pro-inflammatory to anti-inflammatory, which means the inflammation dropped down. They are what I talked about, right? The chronic inflammation that dropped in the body. Okay, so when that happened, okay, you can see that from this graph that in 120 days. So this has been done on people. This is the data that's come up from people who have been tested. That in 120 days they've gone from being chronically inflamed to basically inflammation subsiding and then getting back to normal in some ways, right? So you can see from the red to the green zone. Okay. There are 165 health claims that are there for omegas with our body. And you can go to something called as pubmed.org and check it out on there. There are thousands and thousands of articles on how omega is essential for us and why we need it and what it does. What are the benefits of having omega? But there are 18 claims that are approved by the EFSA. Okay, they have 165 claims, but 18 of them have been definitely approved by the European Food Safety this association. Okay, and what they have done is these 18, out of these 18, if you look at the first three, which is in green on the left here, you will see the three most important things: brain function, heart function, and immune function. Let me talk about the third one, immune function. Who in this day and age is not concerned about COVID or getting COVID, or if they have COVID, making sure that it doesn't stay for long, right? All of us are concerned. That is why this whole world in this pandemic has literally come to a halt, because this is an unknown thing. We don't know how to deal with it anymore, right? And you're seeing that in this time India, and my heart goes out to all of you there in India. There is a major issue happening with COVID. And one of the biggest reasons is because people's immunity is not where it should be. Would you like your immunity to go up? Would you like for you to have that benefit of the immunity? And there is a study that's just come out, which you can Google online, that people who are consuming this omega product, they have 13% less risk of getting COVID. That's huge, 13% less risk. And if you're having this multivitamin, along with that, you add another 12%. Reduce the risk by another 12% of you getting COVID. That is huge. I think that is really huge. Okay. So who should be having this product? Everybody, right from the time that you're in your mother's womb to the time that you are, to the last breath that you take in your body. Everybody needs this product. And the reason being that at different levels or different stages of your life, this product is going to help you. When you're inside the like stomach, when you're inside the womb, you are consuming this product from like the mother. You are extracting it from like the mother. So if you're pregnant, definitely you should be consuming a lot of omega, because your like the baby that's inside of you needs that for a healthy cellular functioning of the body, but how to create like a this healthy you can say organs and a like a like a healthy body. So that's very important. Not just that, okay, as you grow older, you need it for your brain, for your heart, for your guts, for the like for your joints, for just about everything that your body needs, because it's all at the cellular level. Remember that. We are talking about your cellular health getting better, which means that your entire body is getting affected, okay, by the consumption in a positive way by using this product. Now, here is the thing that we have seen. 95% of the people who have taken the test, okay, and have been consuming this product and have taken the test 120 days after, 95% of those people have come back in balance. And like I said, my result also was from 12.9 is to 2.6. So people who have been consuming this and are doing it, 95% of those people are getting back into balance. The 5% that are not, they keep on the product, and maybe 120 days later, if they do it, they will see the ratios have improved. And so there may be people that maybe, because it depends on what's happening inside you, right? How chronically inflamed have you been and for how long? It depends on that. So not everybody's going to have the same result, but 95% definitely is seeing a lot of benefit of the product. Okay. Now we have two things to offer you. One is a customer kit with test. So what is that? You get 2 tests and you get 2 bottles of the 300 ml oil and 2 bottles of the 100 ml. Okay. And why do we get 2 tests? Because like we are doing, the first test is before you start. So you have a baseline of where you are. The second test is about 120 days after you have consumed the product for 120 days. And you see that after 120 days, what is the second test? So when you get a customer kit with test, you're basically getting the before and like the 120-day picture of your health. Okay. And that's one thing. The second thing that you can do is, let's say if you say, okay, fine, I don't want to get tested and I don't know why, but let's say you just don't want to get tested, then you can just get onto a premier subscription that we have with just the bottles of oil, which means that the first month that you start, you will get 2 bottles of the oil, which is 2 of the 300 ml and 2 of like the 100 ml. And again, why do we have the smaller bottles? Because let's say you're traveling, let's say you are on the road a lot, it's easier to carry like the smaller bottle with you, right? So that's the reason why we have given that in the subscription. And again, this is a 6-month subscription. So you can be on it and you can actually see the baseline of your health. And then after 120 days, you can see where it is and you can be on the product. You can continue to be on the product and get the premium pricing that we have. So if you need to know about details about the pricing and all that stuff, get back to the person that's invited you and they should be able to give you more details on that. Okay. If you just want to buy the product by itself, no problem. You can absolutely do that. Okay. There is no, you can just get 1 bottle at retail cost if you want. Like the test kits and stuff that I showed you, those were premium kits. Okay. And so they have a premium pricing. So if you want to take, if you want something discounted, then that's a great way to go. If you just want to try the product, if you're curious and just want to try it out, fine, just get like a bottle of the oil. Okay. And you can absolutely do that. And so again, more details on pricing and stuff, get back to the person that's invited you and they should be able to help you out with that. So what is it that at this point you can do? Join us and being a customer. Basically join this wellness revolution and make healthy living a part of your daily living. That's what I would say. Because health changes on a daily basis. Just like you came into a disease, the disease didn't happen overnight. It took many years for the disease to come about because you were doing certain things, maybe not eating right, maybe chronic inflammation stayed in your body for many, many years before the disease onset happened, right? So the body slowly changes either from good to bad or from bad to good. So you have to be on, you have to give some time to your body, make healthy living a part of your daily living. And being a customer, what you're going to get is that you're going to get products that is the best quality product in the market with the best results. You're going to get that. You could be able to share this with your friends and family and find out how you can get this product for free. So get back to the person who has invited you to find out how you can get this product for free. And not just that, if you continue to being on the subscription program, a year from now, you could also get free shipping on your product. So this is what we have to offer you guys. It was really a pleasure talking with you to share this. I hope it makes some sense. And like I said, get back together with the person that's invited you here and get your questions answered. So with that, we're done for the evening. And very quickly, let me get back to our screen here. And